Hello, hello.
Hi,
Hey, how are you?
I'm doing well. How are you doing?
Oh yeah, doing just fine. Thanks for asking. Thanks for having me.
Yes. I keep hearing a lot about Ukraine, and my heart goes out for you, man.
Oh, yeah. Thank you so much. We hanging in there. Everything hopefully will be all
Hang,
right
hang,
eventually.
hanging strong there.
Yes, sir. Absolutely.
Right? Nothing is permanent.
Yeah, that's for sure.
Wonderful. What we'll do is I'll just introduce myself, and I also want to know your background. I'm from
Absolutely.
India,
Mm-hmm.
and what my interest is, etc. I will tell you uh, in the due course of time. Right. So I've been into the. My name is Nitin, and I'm here in India in Pune, which is near Mumbai. And I do a lot of training programs. I've been in this training, coaching, consulting for almost 22 years of my life.
That's impressive.
Uh, I've been doing programs across India, traveling in a few in the Middle East and uh, a few at Maldives as well. So in we do leadership, communication, time management, stuff like that, all of that. We also build simulations, business simulations, and in doing all of this, I am also a personal coach. I coach a lot of business owners, which helps me, understand their companies, etc. So recently, I've done a few OKR trainings for companies, and what I found out is that if they're following an Excel sheet or something, the OKRs generally they fall on the sidelines,
Right.
so to speak. And that's where I was searching for an option, and then I came across Play. So that's my interest. I became very curious. I want who the people are and what they do. So that was the thing that led me to you. So you tell me your background, what you're doing, and how long you've been doing what you're doing.
Yeah, absolutely. So Ply is like an all-in-one people and performance management platform. So actually, except for OKRs, we have many other features. We are a Ukrainian product, as you mentioned. We've been on the market for about 3 years, I guess.
3 years.
3 years, yeah. So we are still in kind of, frankly speaking, in some kind of development stage, still trying to find our, I wouldn't say like a market fit. We certainly have, our client base. We're just, trying to expand, try to find more clients and always, improve our functionality, add new features, always hear back from the customers what they say, what currently is relevant for their companies, what are the current challenges and things like that. So I was wondering, like you mentioned, you work with like business owners. How big are their businesses like that? Like middle size, small businesses?
Now, I want to know a little bit more about you. I mean, how
Oh,
did you start Play, and what is your connection
you
with the
mean my
owners
my
and
personal or?
just a little background about what you do.
What I do.
Uh,
So I work in Ply a little more than 3 months. Previously, all like sales related things was on marketing team and also on our CEO. Right. So pretty much I'm responsible for everything from making the initial contacts with the customers up to presenting the platform, up to closing the deals, finding new customers. So all the scope of typical sales executive. That's pretty much it.
okay,
Yeah.
lovely. Sorry, continue what you were saying.
Yeah. So that's regarding me. I was just wondering. I'm trying to understand like. Because some of our functionality might be helpful for bigger organizations, some for smaller. So I was trying to understand more about
Right.
your customer
So
base.
in India, uh, we are more the Kanban system, if you're aware of the Kanban.
Not really. I'm sorry.
Okay, Kanban systems are very famous here. There is in the manufacturing industry, there is TPM. that will preventive maintenance, and above that is the Kanban system. Now people are moving to other systems, which is like in the supply chain or in productivity, new product development, and all of this. The Kanban is a very beautiful system. This is Japanese based. So I work with a lot of manufacturing companies over here, big and small, and a few IT companies as well. So as a trainer, I get a chance to meet IT people, meet people from the finance background, people from banks, people who have their own businesses, people from real estate. That's over 200-300 clientele, corporate clients I have. So when I work with them, I wanted to have a system in place. Like Peter Songe says in his book Fifth Discipline, he says systems determine behavior.
Yeah, absolutely.
So anytime you want to change behavior, it's very, very difficult to change behavior. So you might just conduct a nice program. They will have what we call as a Cinderella effect. After 12 o'clock, everything goes down.
Yeah.
So training programs do not have the life is very small. But when you give a system along with the program, the sustainability of the learning and the implementation of the let's say goals and objectives and key results, etc., it is a little longer term. So when I looked at your all three things about in the first thing itself, you have in the starter program, I guess.
Correct.
You have your review mechanism and your personal development plans, etc. I think that will suffice in India because OKR is now catching up. We have a company over here by the name of Profit.co, Profit.co.
Yeah, I'm familiar.
And those people are doing pretty good here in India. But when I came across you guys, and you are based only in Latvia, Estonia, that side, more the Scandinavian side, and nothing much in Asia as such. So
Right. We actually have, if I'm not mistaken, a few Indian clients. Josh Software, one of them, like Josh Software.
What's the name again?
Josh Software. It's probably like a 200-ish IT consulting company. Yeah, but you're right. Most of our presence is actually more to the eastern side of Europe rather than like Middle East, Asia. So yeah, we would definitely be glad to expand. I was just wondering, like, how do you typically work? Like, so you have those customers, and then if you have in your opinion, like a right solution for them, you might actually help them, advise them and actually help them like kind of implement it, integrate it with their workflows, things like that, right?
Exactly. So typical ways how I mostly my work is basically word of mouth. So in the training industry, it is you do not advertise. If a CEO of a company, he gets some benefit out of the training or coaching, he would refer to some other client, and that's how it expands. An HR person who spoke with me, worked with me, he liked my work, he moved to another company, and he invites me, and that's how it's more word of mouth.
Yeah.
I would say it's not systematic. I do not advertise as such. Very few things on marketing side as such. So I give solutions to people who, let's say I'm coaching a guy and he says, hey, I want to move my company from X crores, that's the term I use over here. In your side, it might be millions, to somebody, let's say 2X or 3X. That's the way we want to move forward. So I get to coach their top CX level people. And whilst we are doing that, so people need systems to implement. Some companies say that, our goal for 2025 or 2027 is digitalization. I want to digitalize. I want to make systems for my processes. All of these people have these goals, but they do not have a tracker or more a software kind which can actually force them to implement.
Right.
So that's where a system like an OKR or a Profit.co or a Zoho for that matter, or maybe a Microsoft, let's say project management PM
Yeah.
system, these can help. There is
Mm-hmm.
also this company by the name of Atlassian, if you've heard of Trello,
Yeah.
and have you?
Yeah. Yeah. Absolutely.
I use Trello extensively, extensively. I mean,
Mm-hmm.
I've been using it for 10 years now. It's tremendous, that
Mm-hmm.
platform,
Yeah.
Trello. And generally, I introduce those to my clients.
Mm-hmm.
So,
Got it.
so that's the background of where I am coming from.
Mm-hmm. Okay. Okay. No, that sounds good. I guess that makes sense for me. I can, show you the platform for you to have a better understanding of what it is. So that I was just wondering, how would you want to? Do you currently like partner with any other companies like ours, and how do you typically work around that?
Well, typically, let's say if I'm conducting a program, see, there are two things over here. One is when we are doing behavioral style programs. Behavioral style is more conflict management, time management,
Mm-hmm.
situational leadership, all of that. One is a program which has more like change management and vision and mission of the organization, and they have some objectives to achieve, etc. That's the second part of it.
Mm-hmm.
So this is not going to in behavioral style, of course not.
Mm-hmm.
But when you talk about mission, vision, and objectives, or managerial level people who want some system so that they improve their management skills, and not many people are aware of the OKRs here in India, for that matter, if I tell you.
Right.
But the market is huge, the potential is huge. That's where the future is, all right? Because as popularized by John Doerr,
Yeah.
and
Great book.
then initially by Intel. So I read the book, Measure What Matters, if you came across this book.
Yeah.
That's where all the OKRs came through. Earlier, that was by MBO, it's called as Management by Objectives, which Stephen Covey wrote initially. And then it came to John Doerr when he started implementing that in Intel and then HP, and then it moved to Google. And that's where it became popular because of Google.
Yeah. Yeah.
And but in India, in the area of manufacturing, etc., people want to do this, but they do not have a system in place.
Mm-hmm. Mm-hmm.
So there is there are people who need this, but there is no bridge, there is no connection. They're not even aware. It comes in their I don't know that I don't know zone. If you know what I
Yeah.
understand what I
Yeah.
mean.
Makes sense. That makes
Well,
sense.
I don't know that I don't know that kind. It's that way. So
Okay.
we'll have to educate people, tell them, boss, this is a system. It can be implemented. There is a tracker in place. You can review things, etc. Otherwise, what reviews generally, I've sat through tons of hundreds of reviews where people sit and then there is slideshow presentation and everybody is looking at the presentation. Then they have this green, red, and blue kind of marks, and this is on time, this is on track, this is behind, we are falling back on this, stuff like that.
Right. Right.
So that's the area which there is a gap right here, which I think your platform can fulfill.
Mm-hmm. Mm-hmm. Okay.
I don't know whether it makes sense to
Yeah,
you.
yeah, yeah, yeah. That absolutely makes sense. So I was wondering, do you want to have a look on our platform? Do you want me like?
Yeah, yeah.
Oh yeah.
Please do.
All
Give me a
right.
little
Sounds
bit.
good. Just please
I will
enable
have to
me.
give you.
Yeah.
Yeah, yeah, yeah. I'll have to give you that once multiple sharing. That's what it is. Yeah, gone.
All right. Yep. Just let me know if you can see the screen.
Yeah. Yes, I can.
Okay, perfect. So, like I said, Ply is all-in-one people and performance management platform. It allows you to align your team around company's objective, run effective and seamless performance review cycles, also kind of reinforce healthy culture within the organization so that everybody is not just doing their daily jobs, but actually feeling kind of valued, their achievements are recognized and things like that.
Right.
Pretty much to start with some kind of technical stuff, you gotta set up all the teams in the Teams tab. You just go ahead, create the team. It's all pretty straightforward here. Our platform in general is really intuitive and easy to navigate, so you don't need to even of course, depending on the size of the company, but typically you don't need any sort of coaching or anything like that. People just can go ahead, set up their own processes, and take it from there. So you create the teams, you add your team members, you can either invite them manually, or you can just forward a link to the team chat, and they will all join automatically.
Okay.
Yeah, let's jump
So if
straight.
I forward the link to the team chat, if they are not over here, how will they get the chat?
Say it again, please.
So this is share invite link. So this is what you share on email, right?
Yeah, that's what you like forward to your coworkers.
Okay, got it.
Yeah,
Got it,
I mean like team chat in case they're losing like Slack or Microsoft Teams, something like that. All right, and then the objectives tab, pretty important for managers and CEO to have a high-level overview of the progress of the objectives within the company. Typically we have set up the quarterly objectives, right? So objectives for the quarter, but you can also break it down to, let's say, monthly objectives. If kind of a smaller organization, or vice versa, you can have a strategic objectives for the whole financial year. That depends on the your priorities of your organization. You can either set up it from the templates. We have templates more for like I would say software development and IT consulting firms, right? But let's say if most of your companies are in manufacturing, we can also kind of expand it, take it further and create some of the relevant templates for those industries as well. So that's not a problem.
You can do templates. You can create new templates here.
Actually, no. Within the system, you wouldn't be able to do so, but you can create, let's say, an objective from scratch, and after that, you can copy.
Okay.
Yeah. Okay, that's a great question. Yeah, I was.
You have engineering and R&D. Can you just look at that?
Yeah, absolutely.
All right. So improving quality or accelerate development team speed. Okay. Automation deployment. No, that's an interesting one. Automation of the deployment. Okay. Improve the quality of the development process. All right. Okay. All right.
Yeah, most of our. Yeah, I'm sorry.
And how does this work when you say this is all set to you're increasing something? All right. What about if you want to decrease something?
Yeah, that would work as well.
How does that work?
So you would just put, let's say, once you create an objective, you would put start, let's say, 1,000, and you want the target to be 100, and then let's say the current value would be 900, and that would automatically calculate the difference between the target and the start in like a decrease order. So that would do it as well.
So if you have the increasing order, you put 100 to 1,000. Is that so?
Yeah, so let me just find if I have an example here. Okay, I actually don't. Yeah, so instead of, you would just basically swap the start and the target numbers, right? So let's say if you want to decrease the turnover in your company to 10% and currently it's 20%, you would put start to 20%, current, let's say 15, and the target is 10, and our system will automatically calculate the progress to the objective in general.
Okay, good. Sounds good.
Okay. Any other questions?
No, that's good.
All right. So yeah, like I said, you can either create them from templates. All of our templates are using best practices of OKR creation. You can create them from scratch. We can just have a look on the one I've already created. So you're pretty familiar with the OKR methodology, so I'm not going to spend time explaining everything in here. You just have an inspirational objective, a few key measurable results. In case you can't actually measure the results, you can always add a task that still needs to be done to complete the objective but can't really be measured. You have a comment section here.
No, wait a second. The tasks are to complete the key results, which in turn will complete the objective. All right. So the tasks are linked with the key results. They are not linked with objectives. Key results are only measurements of the objectives.
Okay, you can set it up as you want. I'm just saying that.
How Daniel John Dodd says it is what by how. That's how the
Mhm.
OKR is set. What by how.
Okay, that makes
So
sense.
how you're going to achieve it, and then what's the measurement of it. So the tasks typically are connected with your key results. So let us say increase the gross profit margins from 70 to 80%. And so the person who is owner of the task will have owner of this key result will have the tasks chalked out. These tasks might be not just of Daniel, it could be of Peter as well. So likewise, the tasks are given. So once they complete the task, it's then connected. I do not know how your tasks are connected with your key results. Is that an automatic thing, or you have to manually put up the percentages?
So that what I was saying, I'm trying to say is that within like the whole, as you can see on the page of objective, you would actually have like a task tab, right? And beneath, you would be able to create a task and then assign it to the specific person, right? But it
Got
is
it.
not linked to the key measurable result progress. So that what I was
Is it
saying.
linked or it is manually done? The progress is updated manually of the key result. Am I correct?
Yes, you have to go inside the system and then update it manually, and that it will be
Correct.
updated.
But your key results are automatically connected to the objectives. That you do not have to do. The system takes care of it. The software takes care of it.
Yeah, it's they all automatically connected. That's right.
Okay, but the tasks are not connected.
Tasks are
All
not
right.
connected. That's right, because
I wish they were. I wish they were.
that's a great, I guess, area for improvement. But here's the question: how would you define the percentage by which you would increase the progress of the objective by completing the task?
I don't
Like,
know by giving weightage. You know, every task has a weightage, which can be easily connected to the key result. I mean, there's a lot of mathematics. I will not go into details of that, but that is how typically the OKR progresses.
sure, we have
So there,
weightage for the
so
key
there's no
result.
human element. Then automatically, if you tick the task, the key result gets updated. It's going to hit the objective.
Okay, sounds good. I'll definitely let our development team know about this improvement. We might take a look into that. So yeah, like I said, key measurable results, they also have the weightage. So if you consider some of them to be more important, they would contribute more to the progress of the
Correct.
objective. Yeah. Also comments either for the people who are responsible for handling
Okay.
these, or just for the managers. Notes also feed of the history of the progress that can also be pushed to the Slack channel, and that way everybody's kind of in the loop of what's going on with the objective in general.
And this feed, I have a question here.
Yeah.
This feed, is it the feed of this system, or is it the feed from somewhere else?
This
The
is the
feed is
feed.
of Ply. It's not of any other
No.
software, is it?
This is feed inside
Whatever.
Ply. Correct.
Okay.
Yes.
Within your systems, right? It can be pushed to any other system like Slack, etc. But this feed you are getting is the update of whatever people are doing in real time, is it?
Yes. That's right. Great question.
Okay.
Yeah. So.
And what's the details tab? What is that tab?
Yes, and in the details tab, you are selecting the cycle for the objective, and you can also select the parent objective if you want this objective to be contributing to the parent objective. And then you can kind of create the hierarchy of these OKRs, and that way you would have like a more complicated and sophisticated feature. I'm sorry, system.
So one key result is connected with 2-3 people. So from here you can assign that. Are you saying that?
No. One key result always assigned to just one person. But then the objective of this team, let's say this team has another objective, and that objective can be progressed by some of the progresses within this objective, within the like a child objective. So you can create kind of hierarchy and make this objective being the child objective of that one. I can show it with a better.
Yeah, show me.
Yeah, we can view it as a tree. Let's say right here. So if we know that, let's say, skyrocketing profits per user will contribute to validate the problem solution fit for the product, In that case, we can go to the details, mark the skyrocket profits per user as contributing to the parent, and then once you update this objective within the system, it will automatically update the progress of.
Have you do you have something done here, or let's see this one. If
Yeah.
you can zoom a bit. Okay, wait a second. So this is all product, correct?
Correct. Yes, for all
It's a
assigned.
complete product team. Let us say one product is also hitting engineering or R&D. Then how does that happen?
So you mean if one of the objectives is assigned to like a different team? Is that what you're saying?
Let us say, for example, there is something called as NPD, which is new product development.
Okay.
New product development is connected with marketing. It's connected with sales. It's also connected with R&D and production. How do you do that then?
Okay, so let's imagine this is actually not the task for the product team. This is actually for the sales team. We can do it. We can just change it, and we can also.
I thought there is something of the details. Where is the details connected with this? Because you were showing me the details tab, and then we moved here. So wait up. So you can do this from.
So, if I understood you correctly, you would, in that case, you would just want to change the teams assigned to that, and they
Then
would.
why do we need the details tab here? If the team assigned can do that work.
So as you can see, I changed the team here to sales, and
so it changes from there. Why do we need this tab here? If you can change right from here.
Why do we need this tab? We need this tab to manage all the child objectives, because let's say we still want to create a hierarchy, but we don't want some of the objectives to be contributing to the parent objective. We want like conduct a successful product launch to just progress on itself without contributing to the parent objective, but still have it in like a hierarchy vision.
If you're saying that if you move the on to off, the contribute to parent, so what happens there? So it's not connected with the parent. It's an objective and so on. Is that so?
Not really. It's still connected to the parent, but then once you update the key results in the conduct a successful product launch, it will not update the progress of this objective here. So this defines whether or not it will key measurable results within this objective update the parent objective or not.
So if you remove it from the contribute to parent, it stays there, but it is not connected with the key result.
Correct. Yeah, we can put it that way.
All right. Okay. But this is just a task now. It's not contributing, not an objective, nothing on its own.
Correct. Well,
all right.
Yeah, sort of. Yeah.
Okay. We wonder why we needed that then. I'm just curious. Nothing much.
Can you like elaborate, please? What do you mean by for you it's not really clear?
Yeah, what happened is over here is a conduct a successful product launch for V2. All right.
Yeah.
If I move it from it is not connected. We disconnect it from the parent.
We're not specifically disconnecting it, because within the conduct a successful product launch in the parent
so you're disabling it from the parent. It's not disable.
Yeah. Okay.
If you disable it from the parent, so it is not even an objective in its own. It's not even contributing to any key results. So what's the point of it?
To create a better visualization via alignment tree, I guess.
So if you disconnected it, so show me where it is in the tree.
So within
it should not be showing you, correct?
Yes.
Because you've disabled it.
Correct. So it's not in the tree anymore.
Okay.
So are you asking that because that would let's say specifically for your customers?
No, I'm asking this because if you disable it, then what is the point of having the details thing? Because I can add it from here itself. I can just allocate it to some personnel, correct?
Mm-hmm.
From your main tab, you can just allot it to someone. But when you're talking about details, and it's not, if you disable it from there, then there's no point of having details, because it is useless then anywhere. It's not contributing anywhere, isn't it? If I've understood correctly.
Okay. I guess that's a fair point. I I think I might get run it over with our product team, see what they say, because I guess you are more experienced in this field than we are. So you're definitely giving some valuable advice here. So thank you for that. All right, I think that's pretty much everything about creating the objective. We can also have a look in the dashboard for
Dashboard. This is interesting. So what do we have in dashboard?
So in the dashboard, you would actually be able to compare the progress within the teams, and also see how many objectives within the teams are on track. So
good. This is good. Okay, this is very good.
Yeah, and let's say if the team is working from the office, we can also
Lovely.
Say it again.
It is very good. You have a TV mode. Excellent.
Yeah. So
so it can display. Got it.
So you just create a team, right? And this how TV would look. Everybody will see. Yeah, like they.
Beautiful.
Okay. Yeah, I guess so. Once again, I mentioned the integration with Slack or Microsoft Team for the objectives.
Are these the only two integrations you have, or is it kind of Google as well?
At the moment, only two. Yeah. Would Google be important for you?
Why not Google Workplace, Google Sheets, or Google Docs, or something?
Yeah, we don't have it currently.
In India, tons of Google people. Every person has a Google ID. Since Google gives lots of tons for free and Microsoft doesn't. So,
fair point. Sure.
You should have. I mean, whatever. Let's go to workplace objective. What is praise? I get what is praise. I understand praise. What is reviews? How do you review here?
Just 1 second. We actually, if I'm not mistaken, we have resumed. We set up the meeting for half an hour. Is that okay for you if we kind of take a little bit longer for that?
Yeah. No problem. Yeah. No problem.
So review cycles and reviews, particularly in our system, is the feature for HR managers, HR directors to run effective performance reviews. So let's say it can be 360 review, it can be manager review, peer review, so anything that is related to employee evaluation, basically, right? So let's have a look. Once again, you can either create it from scratch. We can use, let's say, the one I've created. So let's say my company decided to review me and create a 360 annual review. So we just go ahead and name it. We select the tab. Wouldn't necessarily be leadership. Let's say we have a sales tab here or something like that. Give a little introduction to get a little bit, give a little bit of context of what's going on. After that, we would add me. Let's say we put it here myself, and then we would add like a sales team. We would add marketing team. I don't know, someone.
Okay.
Let's say like designer. Doesn't really matter, right?
So let's take drag and drop. Okay. Go ahead. What else?
So these people will
review.
Correct.
Reviewers. Okay.
Yeah, those are reviewers, and then we can either exclude or include self-evaluation. That way, I would have to answer the questions myself as well. Right.
All right.
The next step is basically the questions creation. We have different types of questions which are open-ended, so just linear,
very good.
Multiple choice, checkboxes, and heading. Yeah. And for the linear scale, you can actually measure the competencies. Let me show you how to do that. So you have here the competencies that you can previously set up within our system. So let's say if you're running, a manager review and you want to measure the leadership.
Creativity. Let me see creativity.
Okay, we can
see creativity. What do you have there? You have some template for it or what?
No, it's not a template. It's just the The
or just the
competencies,
heading?
yeah, just the name basically, correct.
Okay.
Yeah.
Just the header. Okay. Right. And all right. So you have these questions. You have to create these questions, right?
Yeah,
Or does
you can
your
create
system have,
those. You
like you have the OKR ready-made templates? Do you have the questions ready-made templates?
Not necessarily, because the process of performance review in each organization is really different. So what you can do instead is you can once
You
again
have some
just
competency based. Let's say leadership, 15 competencies of leadership. Do you have something like that or no?
no, we don't.
Okay. Because I use a system by the name of, it's a UK-based system by the name of Prism Brain Mapping. I do tons of this, where they have ready-made maps for people where you can just multiple choice. You have to just pick up that's 50 questionnaires and tell you. It's more of the psychometric test kind of. And are you aware of any psychometric or not?
No, unfortunately. So, but I'm trying to get the point here. So you're saying that would be helpful for the users to have some sort of
Correct.
template.
Correct. Like you have the OKR set for R&D, engineering, maintenance, blah blah blah. Similar, you have leadership. There's a template. 10 questions. You have let's say a template for creativity. You can have ready-made templates for that.
Okay, yeah.
Because I use a lot of templates. I use because I created a lot of tons of templates for it. So it could have been nicer if you had some templates out here.
Okay. Sounds good. Thanks for letting me know. Any other comments on this section?
This is good. This is good.
Yeah.
Because I thought you said leadership. So maybe when the moment you hit leadership, there could be tons of questions.
That's your
creativity questions. That could be a nice drop down kind of thing.
Yeah, no, I agree absolutely. All right then, yeah, that's what regarding the questions. And then once you actually, the review is finished, you can set up who will be able to see the results. So whether that would be a review recipient, if yes, would that be anonymous and non-anonymous, and same for the managers and HR people. Yeah, and also we have the feature which would allow HR managers to go over the reviews before they've been submitted to kind of calibrate it and check it on some specific marks or language or things like that to double check and make sure everything is all right there. Yeah, and also the last would
be. I was trying to understand. It's an HR feature that you have. It's a kind of an add-on to the OKR.
No, I guess. Yeah, I guess we can just say that this is fully HR feature.
It's an add-on.
This is not an add-on.
The HR wasn't involved. Typically, let's say new product development. Why would HR be involved in new product development? Or let's say you have an objective of something on finance. So HR might not be involved here. But this is a good add-on feature as such. But really, whether it supports OKR, I have a question there, but it's okay. It's a good add-on.
I think we don't necessarily position ourselves as just an OKR platform. We are a platform for managers and leaders, as well as for HR leaders and HR directors. So let's say if you are using us within your organization, you can both set up objectives, right? So that is like a typical workflow. Let's say you set up an objective, then once 6 months or a year, you run the objectives, the annual review. After that, you can also set up the one-on-ones with your managers, create the personal development plan. So it's like a full, if we can say, employee kind of journey within the companies as we view it.
Okay.
Yeah.
Lovely.
So HR managers can also calibrate and see the reviews, and also you can just set up the start date, deadline, and end date. And the participants will be notified and kind of prompted to fill in their reviews if they haven't done so. 2 days, 1 day, and 4 hours before the deadline.
All right. Good.
Yeah, and let's have a look on the completed review. So let's say here 3 people were reviewing Anna, right? So here we can compare the self-evaluation, how Anna rated herself compared to her colleagues in the percentage. And also we can have like some sort of competency metrics, which would allow us to compare how Anna value herself comparing to
These questions,
yeah.
well, 1 second. These questions, can you scroll up a bit?
Say it again.
Can you scroll up?
Up.
Yeah, scroll up. Okay, wait up. So you're saying how do you evaluate your level of ownership? So is this created or is it a ready-made template where you have these 5 options, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5?
So these are, by default you would have, let me show you. So by the default you would have 5 options here, right?
No, I get that.
Okay.
So the one you're showing me, which also has a pentagon at the bottom.
Okay.
That is the one that's created from here, and the pentagon, what you were showing at the bottom, it gets automatically generated.
Correct. Yes.
All right. And typically the number of questions, it doesn't matter, is it? It's just going to create it. So even if I have 5 questions, it will still create this, is it?
Yes. Correct. So, I don't think we have any limitations for that, honestly. But, typically within the objective cycle, we wouldn't have like not an objective performance evaluation cycle. We wouldn't have like really many questions because you still want to kind of visualize the data and have relevant information about that. So, depending on the amount of competencies you want to measure, here we are measuring 5, so that's a pentagon. If you want to measure more, that would be some other figure.
Okay, good. Got it.
All right. And also private and public notes, nothing fancy here. You can also export this file as a PDF, let's say if you want to use it.
PDF, lovely.
Yes. Lovely. PDF or CSV, up to you. All right, I guess that's all for the review cycles, except for the fact that we can also export all the responses, not only regarding the one, and have the whole kind of document regarding this specific review cycle.
Lovely.
Yeah. I think I'll pause right there. Do you have any, feedback?
All right. Now, typically, let us speak now, since I got this, understood this. All right. You can stop sharing now. It's okay.
Let me see. Yeah. Nitin, I'm sorry, I have another call in 2 minutes. Is there a way for us to maybe reconnect later today or set up some other time for us to talk? Because initially we had like a 30 minutes meeting. It's been already like almost 45.
Oh, you are pushed for time, are you? Okay.
Yeah, I'm really sorry about that.
We can. I just wanted to tell you what was there on my mind.
Yes, absolutely.
I saw that thing. Like what I was thinking is maybe partnering with you guys to start something in India, or maybe partnering is what I had in mind, and we could be the handling inquiries here. Not exactly inquiries, actually. As a trainer, what I want is how can I give this to people here?
Okay.
In organizations, that is one thing I was looking for. All right, and what could happen? What could be the business that we could do together? That is one. Second is whether you want to have a partner in India who could take care of the Indian market. So those are the 2 questions I had in mind. You can
absolutely. I think that's great. First of all, you bring a great value with your expertise and the years of experience you have and you are talking to those people who are actually using our software. Might potentially use our software, which is also
might potentially.
Yes. That's the right wording. So we would definitely be open to that regarding all the terms and conditions of this partnership. I think I would definitely have to run it over with our kind of C-level and things like that. But wherever you have and the way you view it, you can always let us know. And also, as you just suggested that a lot of helpful features. So we would definitely take a look on that and potentially also improve it and add it to our system. So sounds good.
Lovely. And also in India, there's a language barrier as well, which we typically use Hindi as a language here. And well, we could also help you translate that into making it in a more Indianized,
Yeah,
so to speak.
absolutely. Yeah, regarding the localization, it's not a problem depending on the complexity of the language, but within a month or so, we can definitely do that as well.
So let's speak on email. If you are on WhatsApp, it'll be easier for instead of email. I prefer WhatsApp. I have given my number in the email.
I can email you my WhatsApp number. Yeah, after we're done.
That'll be easier instead of going back to Google and emailing.
Yes,
right?
Yes, absolutely.
Right. It was lovely talking to you.
Absolutely, it was really productive. Thank you so much.
Speak again in the future. Right. Thank you.
All right. We keep in touch. Have a good one. Cheers.